Welcome everybody to in this overall cycle wala hai. Welcome everybody to Nissan India's latest compact SUV, the Kicks. It's also the ICC Cricket World Cup's official car. The front of the car is very bold and aggressive, dominated by a huge grille which is also found in Nissans internationally. The headlights are amazing to look, they are LEDs, and the fog lights down the bottom of the bumper also act as cornering lights. The chassis is based on the Renault Captur, but there is no resemblance in the exterior look of this car. The 17-inch diamond cut alloys really lend a sporty look to the overall feel of the car. There's a very solid thud when you close the door, and that lends a great feeling of surety. The rear of the car is quite smart looking, although sober compared to the front of the car. It has tail lights that are quite inspired from the Nissan Juke. The cabin is a great place to be. It's got all the features that the segment has, except it has some more that the segment does not offer yet. Something like 360 camera, which is a boon in traffic situations and parking this car. So the infotainment screen in this car is actually really nice. It's got a host of features like Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and is actually a big step of improvement compared to the Renault Captur, which is a downside in that car. The instrument console is just very similar to the Renault Captur, on which this car is actually based on. The door pockets on the doors are quite well sized. It can hold one full-size bottle and one tiny bottle as well. Overall, the interior is a great place to be in. It's got leather all around you. There's great leather finishing on the dashboard. There's great leather upholstery on the seats, and the door trims also have great finish of leather. The 1.5 liter DC engine found in this car is extremely torquey. We have already found this out driving various cars that are powered by this engine. The torque is available as soon as 1200, 1300 RPM, goes up all the way to 3,500 to 4,000 RPM, after which the power tapers off. It's extremely tractable. You can actually stick to a higher gear and drive in traffic. Like for example, I can stick in second and I can start from idle all the way up to say 50 or 60 in second, which is extremely useful in bumper to bumper traffic and is extremely USP of this engine. The gearbox is extremely nice. It's the throws are very short, so it helps stay in the power band very easy, and overall it's a very easy car to drive in the city. Couple this with the 6th gear. Yes, this car has a 6th gear. Put into 6th gear and you can get extremely amazing fuel economy when you are on the open roads, or even the city. When you have open space, you put into 6th and you can get a great fuel economy, because you can practically put into 6th gear at 40 and then use it up to whatever speed you're using, highway cruising speeds. So this requires lesser gear shifting, which actually helps the ease of driving this car. The gear lever feels quite premium for the price, and actually the throw is actually very short as well. The steering is quite well weighted, in fact maybe a tad heavy at slow speeds, but it weighs up really well once the speeds pick up. There is one very peculiar characteristic of the steering which also existed in the Captur, which was when you are cornering hard, there is a weird kickback where the steering is trying to come back to center, which I do not know what is the purpose, but it is extremely annoying and actually can catch out people who are not expecting such a thing while cornering, because it just does not happen in other cars. But you can feel this weird vibration where the steering is trying to come back to center, and it's really weird. The boot of the Nissan Kicks is measured at 400 liters, but it definitely seems bigger than this, and it feels that it can take much more luggage than it is measured at. Now I'm 5 foot 8 inches and the driving seat is adjusted for my driving position, but as you can see I still have ample knee room, which means that the Nissan Kicks provides amazing legroom for the rear passengers, and it is sufficient for most situations. Although knee room and under thigh support is sufficient, the backrest is a tad too upright for my liking. In conclusion, I'd like to sum up that this car actually goes up against some of the famous likes like the Creta, Nexon, Brezza, EcoSport, XUV 300 and many more. This car is sorted by dynamics compared to its segment, but the after-sales service is a big question, and that could raise a lot of questions in the mind of potential customers. Keeping aside the after-sales service doubts, the car is extremely sorted and I think it is quite on par, if not better, than the rest of its rivals.